Protein are made of amino acids, which are the building blocks for things like muscle mass, hormones, and basically for our body to function properly. So we do need it in our diet. We can't produce it, so you need to consume protein. A lot of people think that if a product is plant-based, they are automatically healthier. That's definitely not the case.
Usually a vegetarian diet will be a little more bulky than a meat diet because sometimes you'll need a bit more of the food itself to meet those protein needs. There are lots of great sources of plant proteins around, so things like nuts and seeds and legumes like chickpeas and lentils and kidney beans, soy and tofu and those sorts of foods are all packed full of plant proteins. There are a lot of plant protein-based products that are in our supermarkets these days, and like any types of foods, the quality can vary from product to product. So some of them that are made from things like legumes or from soy are really great healthy products that have got fibre and a whole lot of other nutrients, but then of course there's going to be some other ones as well that are quite highly processed and maybe fairly high in sodium. So like anything, it's a good idea to think about which options you're choosing.
Recent research into the gut microbiome and its importance in overall health has generated a whole new approach towards a plant-based diet.
The more we learn about it, the more we learn that plant foods and variety of plant foods in particular are really, really good for gut health, and that too much meat is detrimental to gut health. So that's not to say that you can't have any meat at all, but it's about having variety and having a bit of both in your diet so you're not having too much of any one thing.
Vegans, it's a very good way to go, but there are two important nutrients that you may be missing out from your diet. That's B12, which you can only get from animal products, and iron. So the amount of iron you get from plant sources, that kind of iron is not well absorbed. So for vegans, they may need supplementation of B12 and iron possibly as well.
Australia is one of the top 3 countries in the world, along with China and the US, that has a high meat consumption. Dietitian Joanna says we eat way too much.
We know that when we're looking at meat proteins, they often come with things like saturated fats, and they are implicated, or they are biomarkers for increasing cholesterol. They have detrimental effects on the health. They do change the pH of the bowel, and they do increase the risks of bowel cancer.
So, the final word? More fruit and veggies, and perhaps a little less meat.
What we could improve in our diet is the amount of vegetables we are consuming. We're definitely not meeting our recommendations for vegetables, and increasing the amount of vegetables would do very good things to our health, and fruit as well if we can.
We don't only eat for nutrition, we also eat for enjoyment, we eat for satisfaction, we eat for social connection, and having plenty of variety is not only going to keep you physically healthy, but it's also going to be mentally healthy as well. At the end of the day, it's all about balance. Your body does need a little bit of everything.